Summer's here and you're probably spending more time outdoors, maybe traveling, spending quality time with your family. So in today's video, I want to share some project ideas that are portable and work up quickly so that you can still explore your creativity and relax at the same time. Most of these are popular summer patterns from my channel, but I do have a couple of projects that I'm very interested in doing this summer that I wanted to share with you too. So grab your crochet hook, a cold glass of tea or lemonade, and let's dive right in. Speaking of iced tea and lemonade, let's talk about coasters. Coasters are a great way to bring a little summer whimsy into your everyday life, and they don't take a lot of time and yarn to make. These flower coasters work up quickly and can be made in a wide range of colors or turned into happy little daisies. I would say that this is a beginner-friendly pattern, but you will need to be very comfortable making treble crochets. But if you're looking for something even simpler, I'd recommend these citrus-themed coasters designed by Cheryl at Crochet 365 Knit 2. I haven't tried this pattern yet, but it looks fairly simple using single crochets, and Cheryl's photographs show very clearly how to add extra touches to make the sections of the fruit slices. And look at the little holder that you can make to go with it. That is just too cute. Whenever I think of summer crochet projects, I think of making bags. And one of my favorite ways of doing this is to make a tote bag slip cover. This is a very fast make and is ideal if you're wanting to try a new square design or a blanket pattern. You can test out these new squares without having to go into a detailed blanket, and you have something functional to show for it. Another option would be to make a mesh tote bag. This is perfect for a beach bag, and you'll be surprised at how much it can hold. I love this pattern because it works up really quickly and is made in one piece. This is crocheted from bottom up, and the only seam is the one attaching the handle to the other side of the bag. I would say that this is a medium-sized bag, but it's easily adaptable to be made bigger or smaller, and I do share tips on how to do that in the tutorial. Here's a beach square that would be a great addition to a summer-themed throw, or how about resizing it to make a pillow cover? I've had crocheters write and tell me that they've resized to make a full-size blanket, but since we're looking for something a little quicker, a pillow cover would be perfect. The entire square is worked using the long wave stitch and can be easily resized just by changing the multiple that you use for your initial chain. Because we're only using one stitch, this pattern does work up quickly, and the pattern repeat is pretty easy to memorize. Rock covers are a fun way to create a souvenir when you go away on holiday, or better yet, it's a way to participate in random acts of crochet kindness. I like to leave these at the beach or on hiking trails. You can even add a little note to the rock to let them know it's there for them to find. I like to use a mercerized cotton, but a finger weight would work well too. I live in the South and it gets very, very hot, so a crochet steering wheel cover helps a lot with protecting my hands on those steamy days. This is a super easy pattern to make and a great way to use up leftover granny squares. Not only is it functional, but it's a cute way to give your car a little bit of personality. Plushies. I have become fascinated with soft, chubby toys, and if you love plushies too, you need to check out these adorable designs by Allison of Wonder Crochet. She makes the sweetest designs, and guess what? Many are free. My husband has a Jeep, and I'm so jealous of how much he gets ducked, so maybe I'll make this cute little duck for my dash. If you're new to amigurumi, Allison also provides an inexpensive beginner course to help you get started. I mean, how adorable is this frog? Light up your summer with these playful lanterns designed by Paula of Ellie Linda Design. These would be gorgeous inside or out and would be a showstopper on any terrace or garden deck. The cost of this pattern is less than a tall coffee at Starbucks, and I think it's really important to support our designers. No summer crochet list would be complete without strawberries, right? If you're looking for an easy strawberry granny square, I think you'll like this one, and it's accompanied by a simple little flower square. These would work really well with my crochet slipcover pattern that I told you about earlier, but I also have a new pattern that I want to share with you today. This is a really simple stitch using double crochet clusters and single crochets, but when used with the proper colors, it gives the illusion of a strawberry patch. This stitch is worked in a multiple of 4 plus 1 plus 3. So broken down, this means you'll work in a multiple of 4 until you reach the width you want to make, and then add one more. For example, I've started with a chain of 20 plus 1. And then at the very end of this, add 3 more chains to serve as your turning chain. Make a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. The chain 3 that you made is serving as your first double crochet, so essentially you have 2 double crochets here in the same stitch. Next, skip 3 chains and work 4 double crochets into the 4th chain. Continue this all the way across. Skip 3 chains and work 4 double crochets into the 4th chain. When you reach the end, add 2 double crochets into the last stitch. To begin row 2, you can either start your next row here and turn your work to continue on, but I do recommend fastening off and rejoining at the beginning of the row. This is because the stitches just look a lot better this way. It's more cohesive. Another bonus to this is it will give you tails on either side, which you can turn into tassels, meaning you don't have to weave anything in. So fasten on into the first stitch with a standing single crochet, or you can fasten on with a slip stitch and a chain 1. That chain 1 will serve as your first single crochet. Then create a single crochet into each stitch across. Now we need to add 1 single increase to get that stitch count back on track, and I recommend that you add it at the very end. This way it'll keep everything on track for your next row. So for example, here after that first row 1, my stitch count went down to 20 and I need to bring it back up to 21. Fasten off and then rejoin again at the beginning of the next row. Fasten on with a chain 2 or 3. This is going to serve as your very first double crochet. Add a double crochet into the same stitch, and now we're just going to repeat the same sequence from row 1. Skip 3 stitches and add 4 double crochets into the 4th stitch. You'll notice that these stitches sit right in between the 4 double crochets from the previous row. Continue across, skipping 3 stitches and working 4 double crochets into the 4th stitch, that area right between the clusters from the previous row. When you reach the end, add 2 double crochets into the very last stitch. Fasten off and begin your next row with single crochets. Remember to add 1 single crochet increase at the very end. And that's it. You're just going to continue the same sequence row after row until you reach the height of the blanket you want to make. For the last summer project, I want to tell you about an upcoming crochet along that will be released on the 22nd of June, and it's called the Scandi Meadow, hosted by Anita from Made by Anita. I am a huge fan of Scandinavian art and was so excited by the news of this summer project. Not only is it beautiful, but it's worked as individual squares, so you can work this pattern as big or as small as you like. I love the idea of doing a crochet along in the summer. For me, it just seems really relaxing to be working on something little by little, and I'm really looking forward to this project. You can find more information on Anita's website, but I'll also be adding updated information in the description box below the video as it comes along. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like is always appreciated. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and it really helps to boost my content on YouTube, so thank you for that. Let me know what you'll be up to this summer and if you have any crochet projects planned, or even if you're going to take a break until things cool back down. I totally get that too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.